Hmm. What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Aramis. How is it going? How do you do? I'm trying to decide on what the fuck to do with myself. Hmm. Hmm. It's just a tiny, weensy, weensy, tiny bit frustrated trying to decide on what the fuck to play. What? How is chat today? How's chat? Because I am fucking tired. I. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna chill. We're gonna chill with music in the background. We're gonna chill and talk. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna fucking talk. We're gonna hang out. Get me my tunes, bitch. Get me my tunes. Uh,
Make sure it's not copyrighted.
I'll copyright your face.
Promise?
I mean, I already put a ring on it.
I mean, fair enough.
I like so I put a ring on it.
You have a kissy?
You want to kiss
Thank you.
You get kiss it. You got a kiss, chat. You got a fucking kiss. All right. Do 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 do. I'm gonna scream out into the void again. At everyone, stream is live. Get your butts in here. There we go. Everyone should know that stream is live. So like no one feels left out. But yeah, the first Halo review is almost done. I have 90% of it good to go. And then it'll be final check over with Phoenix, probably tomorrow night, actually. And then we go from there. Is Boss Wednesday? It is Wednesday, my dudes. Ha! Such a fucking old meme. I'm old. I'm so fucking old. Oh my god. There we go. More chill music. More chill music. There we go. How's that, chat? We got some chill music going on here. Not a lot happening, just nice and chill with Boss today. As I sat here for... Okay, so I started working on the video at 7:30. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. I worked a 9-hour day. I worked a 9-hour day today because I want you guys to have content that you can enjoy. Oh boy. Good times ahead. I was actually so exhausted that I debated not doing stream tonight, but then I remembered, wait, if I don't do stream, then I'm robbing chat of the potential to get their Persona review. That's not right. That's not fair. Don't be a dick, boss. Fucking suffer out for at least an hour or two. And I chose you guys. I chose you. Paul, you traitor. Anyway. There might be, though, a stream tomorrow as well. Because, there's a game coming out. There is a game that comes out tomorrow. And, I really want to play it. And that game, also Dressrosa is insane. Oh, buddy. Oh yeah. It is. It is a time. So. Oh, that's wrong. It is the last official manga that Akira Toriyama wrote himself and drew himself. Uh, it is about Beelzebub, the Dark Prince of Hell, and a sheriff having to go find water in Sandland. So that way the demon village and the sheriff's village doesn't die of thirst. It is a very wonderful little 14 chapter story. Yeah, the manga was only 14 chapters. The anime expanded it. You can watch the anime on Disney Plus. It's very good, even though I think some of their 3D animation is still meh. It's really good. Hi, Zach. The characters are wonderfully written. The world is very fascinating. It feels very Akira Toriyama. It has his charm. It has his aesthetic. It's very wonderful. You want this man to design If you wanted that man to design vehicles, he'd ask like fucking everything about it, and it would look amazing. I genuinely am shocked. Haha, there we go, fixed it. Sorry, I wasn't talking to anybody. Holy shit. This is Beelzebub, the Dark Prince. This is, some of the demons from Demon Village. Uh, we get to build robots. Get Farva on the line. We get to talk to we get to make robots. So we get Farva on the line. Robots! We get to make our own shit. And it's exciting. We get our own tank, too. Oop. It feels so Akira Toriyama, and it's just wonderful. It's so good. Oh, God. Oh, it's so pretty. This is one of the characters added in from the anime. Satan. We got Satan, and it's just fucking Dabura from Dragon Ball. But yeah, the game officially comes out tomorrow on PC and PS5. And I am excited. I'm really excited for that. Good shit coming. Ow. But chat, what's going on with you guys? What's crack-a-lacking in your woods? What is happening? Let's hope Farva can be summoned. He's probably busy, either spending time with M or at work. It looks very good. I'm curious to play it. I'm very curious to how it plays too. I have intentionally not downloaded the demo to try it. I want my experience to be fresh when we play it tomorrow together. I heard you talking shit about robots. We ain't talking shit about robots. We fucking praising the robot overlords up here. Fucking, we get to build them. Akira Toriyama robots, my guy. Where is it? Where's Sandland? There it is. Farva, my man, my boy. Look at this. We get to make our own robots. And it's Akira Toriyama robots. We get to drive Akira Toriyama robots. It's sick. It's exciting. We get to punch giant scorpions. D&D night plus a friend having a bad mental health day because someone said something they really shouldn't have to her. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Well, look at us, Farva! Look at us! He's got a hazard sign on his front! He's a stumpy little robot boy. Who is selling this drug, and where can I find it? You can find it on PS5 or PC. This was the last original official creation by Akira Toriyama. We also get tanks. I know you like tanks. I know you like tanks. Not as much as you like trains. I don't have a train game for you, but I do have tanks and robots. And a tiny demon child. Giant quads! But I got a train game for you. Is it Train Simulator? It's just, oh my god. No. Railroad Online. What the fuck is Railroad Online? And blueberry muffins. I like blueberry muffins. Not from Timmy's though. Ugh. Ugh. Railroad Online. You get to build your own railroads with friends. Oh, neat. Neat. I'm broke as fuck, though. I am 100% broke. Which, don't forget, chat, $1,000 total. You're 55% of the way to the goal. If we get $1,000 by the end of April, Persona reviews for all. Q misses games busting in here again. Their hip is flaring up, so if they want to break down that door, they do so at their own risk. But where's the maid outfit? That shrunk. That has sailed. That outfit is gone, mate.
This is the challenge. What the fuck is up? Hi. I was
Oh my god.
I can hear everything that you
I said the blueberry muffins from Tim Hortons are bad.
How fucking dare you. They are so moist on the inside, but so crisp and crunchy and like crispy on the outside.
They taste cheap.
Okay, but you can't really taste them properly because you're fucking allergic to blueberries. So you don't get an opinion.
I do get an opinion. Blueberry will kill me.
No, it won't. It'll make your tummy a little upset.
What's the difference? If I feel like I'm dying.
You see what I live with here, chat? Do you see this?
Coming from the person that hates mushrooms.
That's a common thing. It's an acquired taste, and it's a weird texture.
They're good for you. Actually, what other foods do you like that I like that you don't? I like my sausage rolls.
You like pineapple. I've never tasted a sausage.
I like pineapple on pizza
Yeah.
because it helps balance out the saltiness of the ham.
The sweetness of the tomato sauce balances out the saltiness of the ham.
No, it doesn't. Not all the time.
If you're eating good pizza, it is.
Farva says you married me.
Yeah, I did marry you. I signed up for this, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna say something, chat. I'm gonna say something about my wife, my beautiful wife, who I love very much in this world. I never grew up in a household where anybody just takes like a jar of peanut butter or anything else, sticks a spoon in it, and goes, oh. Never out of the jar, never out of the container. I one day walk into the kitchen and I see this creature, this beautiful person, sticking a fucking large spoon.
It's the only proper use of a large spoon.
Into a thing of Nutella.
The only proper use.
And then just scooping it out. And going, oh.
At least I stop myself at one spoon and I don't eat the whole jar in one sitting.
You make it sound like you've done that.
I did kind of stop myself from saying any more. When I was living on my own, sometimes I had no choice. It was either that or nothing.
Boss doesn't understand the peanut butter thing? Yes! Because it's a fucking condiment! You put it on a thing to make the thing taste better. I.e., you put peanut butter and jelly on the bread.
I can't read this name. Is it
That's Farva.
Yes, Farva, exactly. I didn't have bread.
You put it on stuff! And then it tastes better! You don't eat it separately like a wild fucking animal! You're an animal!
I never claimed to be anything else. You married this.
Now my brain's just playing that Family Guy joke where it's just like, well, you know what that makes you, Lois? A pedophile. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna be in the same room as a pervert. And I was just waiting. My brain was like having you respond, well, you know what, William? You know what that makes you? An animal fucker. And I'll be damned to be in the same room as a pervert.
No, because Farva has a good point. We are all mammals. We are all animals. It'll be okay.
I am a sophisticated individual. I am a fucking respectable member of society.
Are you not?
Hey, I hate door frames slightly less.
I still don't understand why I walk through a doorway, and I instantly forget why I walked through the doorway.
That's ADHD.
But it happens even when I'm medicated.
Yeah, the ADHD. Meds can't solve everything.
That makes me sad.
Ah, it's just the human brain.
Yeah, the human brain is stupid.
I mean, half
Kitty.
half of a Windows update sitting right here, babe.
At least we have a tiny cat.
Oh yeah, cat cameo.
Cat cameo.
Donate money so that way we can feed the cat so she doesn't starve.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she'll stop being a little shit who's claws at the bed and makes mom spill her water.
To be fair, I wouldn't have spilled my water if I had remembered my water bottle. But I left it at work. He's a tiny baby. He's so tiny.
This is the tallest you'll ever be. He's
I'm
stealing.
proving you wrong. She is tall. She is taller than your camera can even see. She is tall.
Living her best life.
Ugh. I go back to my anime.
Okay.
And,
Have fun with Undead Unluck. I'll just chill with the boys. And the girls. And the non-binary pals. Yes, you're a sweetie. You're a sweet baby. Sweet baby. Tiny baby. Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go hang out with mom? Fine. Betray me. Abandon me. That's what all they do! So yeah, Sandland, we got robots and stuff. We got fun times with robots. Well, cat and wife are gone. Time to do drug. I don't do the drugs. I am a good lad. I don't do the weed. I don't do the Coca-Cola. That's a lie. I drink Coca-Cola a lot. One could say I am addicted to Coca-Cola. It is an unhealthy obsession. Liquor. So, what do we talk about today, chat? What everyone wants to know? Digimon, how it is so great. Okay. So everybody, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I'm gonna regale you with a story. I'm gonna regale you with some facts about me. In my household, it was never, is Star Trek better than Star Wars? Is Halo better than Call of Duty? It was never any of that. It was, we have both. We can enjoy both. The same was with Pokemon and Digimon. I did not think one was better than the other. In fact, I thought, as a stupid little fucking child, tiny lad, I thought they were the same fucking thing. I thought Agumon and Pikachu usually, like, hung out, fucking sunbathing together. I thought they were the same shit. Because I'm a fucking idiot. So, now that I'm older, what is my more nuanced takes on the Digimans? The story about how digital beings come into our reality, or we go into their reality, and we become best friends, and for some fucking reason, a lot of people get fucked over and die. The majority of the time, I think Digimon does their shows better. I think the idea of Digimon is more interesting than Pokemon. How am I trying to put this? Digimon has very good way, like, when Digimon wants to ask itself a question, it is not afraid to go down that route. Where Pokemon, god damn it, it feels like it's too scared. I might need to invade this stream. I will sit in fucking voice chat. Muffin bot. Hold on. I also gotta give you the good beat roll. There we go. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna sit in the vibe chat, and you can come invade if you want. But as I said, Digimon is willing to go places that Pokemon is not.
Wow.
Hey, it's been forever.
Shit.
It has been forever, Farva. My god.
There we go.
Hey.
Hey, now I can hear shit.
It has been forever, my guy.
I have returned to bring ruin to the world.
Yay! I'm not sure which chat. Whatever one you want, Aramis.
So, hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
Give me a second. Yeah, bud.
Was that your roommate?
That was my roommate asking about if I wanted to go karaoke tonight.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I bring up Digimon is recently I've gone back into it with the TCG and everything. And you were right. It is not afraid to ask the question. It is not afraid to kill. It is not afraid to just destroy. Like, the worst part of it, I think, which is the funniest part, is that Digimon themselves can't truly die. They die, and data can't be destroyed. It just gets creating something new. A human, on the other hand,
No,
humans can die.
When that bitch dead, that bitch dead.
That bitch is dead. Like, so I remember most of the original 4 generations growing up.
Yeah.
And I very much, in my mindset, you're completely right. Digimon does the anime better in a sense of story. They're not afraid to ask the questions, everything. But that's because it was an anime first, where Pokemon was a video game first.
I thought Digimon was the digital pets first, and then it was an anime.
Right. That's right. It was the Tagami, or not Tagami, on the, what the fuck is the little digital pet things.
So, chat, if you didn't know, if you know what Tamagotchi is, Digimon was the original Tamagotchi, essentially. You had like these little...
Not just the original Tamagotchi, the first Tamagotchis that could fight each other.
Yeah! And essentially, like, you brought your Tamagotchi out to the park, and everybody who had a fucking Digimon, you would just battle in the park, and your Digimon would go from, like, its base form to, like, its champion form, whatever the fuck. It was the coolest thing.
Yeah, because it's... Oh, is it? It's... So they now call eggs in the card game Digitamas. Then you have in training, rookie, champion, ultimate, mega. And there's a stage above mega, but they still call it mega.
You see this, chat? You see this? Pokemon is stealing from Digimon.
Exactly. So this is even the greater thing, is that because it started as a Tamagotchi, there wasn't a lot to do with storytelling other than they're digital monsters that live inside the server networks of the internet we created. What the fuck was that noise?
That is our Edgy the Hedgy.
Oh, that's edgy. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck was that?
A resident.
Oh.
He's got a fucking Discord sound effect.
Ah,
Yep.
I think that.
so he's got a soundboard, creepy fucker.
Only when I join.
Okay. So yeah, when they created the anime, they had so much to play with. Where Digimon was kind of tied, or no, Pokemon was tied to the games, which already kind of had a story going. But the thing is that, and this is truly where Pokemon outpaced it, was the video games pushed it, where Digimon fell behind because they came late into the card games scene in the early 2000s, or late 1990s to early 2000s. A lot of their video games were RPGs or JRPGs, so the industry and the gaming wasn't there. So Pokemon just kept getting that world leader right off the bat, to the point, I think in mid 2000s, late 2000s, the Digimon TGC died. Completely
Yeah,
off.
oh god, I remember there's this one guy I watched. I forget his name, but he's like a Nintendo guy, but he moved on to like card games and everything, and he reviewed the original Western release of the Digimon card game. Holy fuck, they botched it.
Mm-hmm.
Its rule set is completely different than that of Japan. It makes no sense. It allows for like only one build to just fucking steamroll everything. It's
So when I was a kid,
But we gotta make sure that the kids can easily understand this game.
yeah, they didn't do that. See, when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to have any of that stuff. Over religious household.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave it at that. But now, years later, I'm into my adulthood, and what pops up in my forefront of my vision? The new remakes to Digimon Adventure 1. Oh, hey, 4 years ago, Digimon re-released the TCG and reworked the entire system. So a couple months ago, I said, fuck it, I'm going to buy a box. We're going to get into this. We're going to see what's going to happen. Some of the most beautiful artwork I've ever seen on a card that can even compete with Magic the Gathering. And the fact that they simplified the game enough, it's easy to understand and play with some really good amount of strategy. Where there's multiple ways to play. And the fact that they even worked Digivolution into the game system.
oh shit, they got Devimon. Let's go.
They do have Devimon. They have Lady Devimon and Lady
Oh,
Devimon.
I thought about like the biker one. I really like that fucking biker
Oh,
one from Tamers. I'm an
Beelzemon.
edgy bitch. Yeah, I love Beelzemon. I love.
Yeah, there's Belstarmon, which is the female version. Nice under boob. Just saying.
Nice. Is it wrong to want to fuck a digital monster?
No,
Girl?
because it's from the internet. And we all know what we do on the internet.
Yeah, we all know what we do on the internet. But yeah,
No,
like,
it's like, so I've gotten it. I got a couple friends into it in my area because there's not really a big scene for it. And so kind of starting a few people out into it. And I bought well over 4 box sets. They're cheap to get into, like $130 Canadian for 24 booster packs with 12 cards each in it. You can, after about a couple boxes, you can pretty much build a couple decks. Like,
Yeah.
It's fairly cheap.
so I am my only exposure to Digimon when I was growing up was through the anime. Actually, my very first exposure to it was the Digimon movie.
Oh man, that movie.
It is finally learning like that it was 3 different shorts all Frankenstein together for the Western release. That made everything click in my brain, and I went, okay, so what you're telling me is that you Frankenstein 3 good things and you made it a bad thing. And then you put Smash Mouth on there because, and I quote, Shrek is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like, if there's bad animation because it was 3 stories cut together from 3 different series, they still did a half decent job on it. For the burning pile of trash it is, we all do still appreciate it.
I envy no one on that project being told by Fox that you have to do that. Oh god. But yeah,
So
you first.
my introduction was the original series, because on 4Kids TV, for Fox Kids was when they play on Saturdays when they played the original Adventure, and I followed that all the way through. Even starting getting the internet when we started losing that channel, I started following it all through the other series and digging it up on the internet. Even though to the series that a lot of people like, and I potentially still have a problem with, which is where the Destins become the Digimon through armors and DNA scanning.
What, you mean you don't
know
like
that
the
one.
one where they have a 13-year-old girl strip on camera? You don't like that
that's
one?
the one.
That one makes you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Now, chat, when I say that Digimon is willing to go places that Pokemon is not, that was one time, and I genuinely have to ask whoever the fuck at the Digimon group thought that was a good idea needs to have a good long therapy session.
Yeah, we also got to remember Digimon is from Japan, so weird things happen over there. They got different rules.
That's what happens when you isolate yourself for a fucking century.
Yeah.
You know, as a person who's never as somebody who's never took in Digimon media, this is making me really not want to watch it.
Okay, so that was one of the
fourth.
other seasons. That's not the main one.
No, that was the fourth season.
If I
That
was
was the fourth season.
so Digimon, from what I remember, because it's been a while since I've looked at Digimon in any way, shape, or form. There's Digimon Adventure, Digimon
Yep.
Adventure 2, which introduces like 3 new characters but keeps 2 of the old ones.
No, it introduces 4 or 5 new characters.
Oh right, oh
It's
right.
an entire new team, and then you got the 2 from the youngest 2 from the first team join the second team.
Then you had Digimon Tamers, which was what a lot of people consider the best one out of all of them.
Also the darkest, with the most emotional fucking terror at you.
It is essentially like, okay, what if Digimon, but in the real world? So like, Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 2, those were TV shows within their universe. And
there was some back and forth, but yeah mainly.
And essentially, the main character, he designs his own Digimon, and for some reason, that Digimon comes to life. And it starts out very mellow, with him just trying to figure out what the fuck to do with this thing. But then it gets serious and dark, because this one introduces the idea of, no, there is no rebirth in Digimon. There is, if they die, they're gone. Like, the thing that killed them will absorb their data, get stronger, and proceed to murder more Digimon. It is a dark show. It goes into some extremely uncomfortable territory. Not like 13-year-old getting, like, watching a 13-year-old. No, like, it is, hey, tiny child, your parents divorced because of you, right? As the main antagonist is whispering in this poor girl's head. And it is very dark, but it is also...
It's the one with the most emotional trauma that you do see a lot of characters work through the trauma, but also the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest effects to showing the partner Digimon connection of, like, your emotions almost kind of do affect your partner's evolution.
Yeah.
Because look at Gilmon's evolution, trying to get him up to his Holy Knight level or evolution. He ends up getting so angry that Gilmon eventually turns into, I can't remember what his evolution is, but it's his true evil virus form.
Yeah, he's nasty in that. Then there was the 4th series, which was Digimon Destiny, I think it was called?
No, it was Frontier. And this
Frontier?
is the one I have the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, Frontier was the idea of, what if the children become the Digimon? Oh, it was not well received over here in the West. The plot just didn't make sense. Race war is the best way to put it.
It is and it isn't. What it was is that they were trying to give more connection of. So in later years, this is why there's a lot of reboots coming out because they've redefined and kind of more cleaned up the story of Digimon in itself. Of the digital world isn't so much hidden inside the servers as it is its own parallel existence, and the only way to get through it is through the digital networks that we have created.
Yeah.
And so our
I'm-
networks affect their world as well as their world affects our networks, and in the same time affecting our world. And they failed to kind of get that across in the original two adventures, and now in the new remake of Adventure 1 in 2020, they make it so much apparent to almost to the point in the first couple episodes of the viruses trying to launch a nuke to blow up Tokyo.
Japan, a place so nice we
fucking-
nuked it thrice.
There is so much confusion. Yeah, I can understand because of the way that it is, but again, they are creatures that live so much of in their own parallel world that is pure digital, but can only be accessed through our server networks. Like our first true connections was when the internet went online the first time.
Yeah, and then I remember when I stopped watching Digimon. It was after the series Digimon D Squad wrapped up.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
we don't talk about that.
Digimon D Squad was what if Digimon but secret organization kind of a thing. And the main character, he became partners with Agumon. And how would he digivolve Agumon, everybody? Well, he'd punch the bad guy.
Yeah.
He'd
So
punch the fucking bad guy.
don't get me wrong, Aramis. Frontier as an idea was really cool. Execution of the animation with some of the animation was kind of sketchy. Don't get me wrong, it was a very unique idea of DNA digivolving. But there's some risky fucking things in there. You can go back and go, you could probably get away with not doing that. Because, as we've said before, Digimon likes to push the envelope. That being said, you look at, would say, some of the female Digimon, that, Rosemon, Bellstarmon,
Angelwoman!
Angelwoman, where it's like, not so clean thoughts.
What's the age rating of this show? That's right.
Yeah, that's right. We can't completely show this.
I
Cover it
be-
up a little bit more.
I only started paying attention to Digimon again when I heard that they made a new show like years ago, and it was Digimon Fusion. And then, as far as I was aware, Digimon died in the West for like a little bit after that. Apparently, from what I read and what I watched, Digimon Fusion was too childish, which I did not expect from a Digimon series. I'm actually really shocked that it was more simplified than the others. And then
I can't remember why that one was done that way. Like, what I see is Digimon coming back was with Ghost Game, where they went back to being dark and having that dark overtone of things can go wrong, and the Digimon are back in the human world, affecting the human world, and this is where the introductions of along with Digimon Seekers, a comic book series on their website.
oh shit, that's what that one is? What the fuck?
Yeah, Ghost Game is the one where the main Digimon, Gamamon, can become his main evolution line is pure evil. And has some of the creepiest scenes in it.
I saw this. What the I didn't think this was Digimon.
Yes. So that's what that one is. Ghost Game is the last original one they've done. Then it was Digimon 2020, which was the reboot to the Adventure 1.
This
They're doing now a
This
reboot
is the
to
one where they
Adventure
try to get what the fuck?
Yeah, so they went back, and when they came back dark, like back to their roots, like what almost Tamer was. So they gave us what we originally wanted.
Is this the one where like a Digimon tries to make some of the kids like do the haha funny dance off a cliff?
I can't remember if they did that because I actually haven't watched all the way through it, but I do know of it being like it's dark.
How dark?
But
How fucking dark is this?
this
Oh.
one is dark.
This, holy shit, it got wild ass reviews. Like
Oh, yeah.
Crunchyroll's like, this is amazing, 4.5 out of 5. My anime list, it's a C plus. IMDb, it's a solid C. What the hell? Plot: in the near future, innovative and more advanced technologies emerge on social networks. Rumors are circulating about strange phenomena caused by beings known as hologram ghosts. Hiro Amanakawa, I feel like I butchered that,
You are 100% correct.
is a middle school freshman at Hazakura Academy who, after activating a mysterious device left behind by his father called the Digivice V, can now see creatures called Digimon that cannot be seen by ordinary people. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So it's taken the Tamers route, but giving it the, you can only see it with, like, the special thing.
Also, the Digivice is a glorified, what's that fucking called? Fitbit.
Yokai Watch.
It's a Fitbit.
Yeah, it's the series.
I own the digital pet version of it, and yeah, it's got some good workouts, but it's fun. But yeah, it's the series, Digivice. But after now they're going into to remake. But like games like, I just started playing Cyber Sleuth not so long ago. It's actually a lot of
Phoenix
fun.
started playing Cyber Sleuth too.
It's actually surprisingly fun, and introduced a couple new things. Like, there's a combination in the game where Lady Devimon and Angelwoman DNA Digivolve and fuse together to make Mastamon, which is a combination of the two. And there's actually a deck built around that combination.
Oh.
It's in the card game. Like, the first 7 sets were all monocolors. There's no dual color cards. But then when they started, and they kind of started working out some of the kinks, and then into 2023, so they masked the 2-year mark of a card game surviving. They started with their what's called their BT. They mark everything by BT8 or XO1, whatever numbering. So BT8 was the first box of the dual color cards, where you now have cards that are 2 colors. And it's not that, yeah, you can run them in a 2-color deck, but you could also play it in a monocolor deck and just ignore the fact that it has, let's say, black and red. We can ignore the fact that it's got black or red in it and just play it as a mono black. It's just summoning abilities and what cards you can use in the deck.
So kind of like a hybrid card in MTG.
Yeah, so it is a hybrid card in the sense of, because the ruling is you can't play certain color Tamer or objective card, aka a spell card, an instant spell card, unless that color Digimon's on the deck, on the battle area. So it kind of does limit to you what you can play unless you start playing a multicolored deck. But what also they did really cool with the TCG is, like, most cards, it's you can only have 4 of the
Oh god, it's
of
this
the same
one.
name.
Oh god. So chat,
Did you
if
look
you
up
want,
Mastamon?
I looked up Stone Mouthmon, which is Timemon in the English dub.
Oh no.
Chat, there is a Digimon that steals your time. Not like, oh, he stole 5 seconds from me. Nah, you wither away into a corpse, motherfucker. You know one episode of regular show where Mordecai pushes Rigby off the microwave and he instantly ages and dies? It's that shit. What the fuck?
You should look up Neo Devimon.
Neo Devimon, okay.
Constantly reminded of that stupid fucking microwave scene for a completely different debate that does not need to be brought up here.
Also, chat, Digimon, for some weird reason, really does go into the realm of how much belt is too much belt, and when are we getting into the realm of BDSM?
Or is that enough chains?
How much chain too much?
And there's literally a card that's literally Saintamon, which is literally just Satan.
Like chat, look at this. Look at this fucking creature.
Look at this fucker!
He's got belts! He's got belts on his belts! There's only like one man I know who else, and I think it's from Blaze Blue.
No, see, my
What,
boy,
Magna?
Might be.
my boy is Machine Dramon, the most nastiest of the machine dragons you can get.
My bridge, just remembering when TFS did a Digimon abridged. Oh my god.
Speaking of a bridge, if you want anything abridged, look up the fucking Schmuck Squad. Their Digimon abridged shit is funny as hell.
My fucking god, I love the Schmuck Squad.
They are so fantastic.
I'm currently watching their JJK abridged series.
Mhm. They've got some funny shit. They started doing Tamers abridged, and it's actually pretty fucking funny.
By the way, if you want to know where I got the joke, Japan, a place so nice they nuked it thrice, was from Team 4 Star's Digimon Abridged.
Ah, fair enough. Yes,
Put it on a shirt!
I don't
Long
know how
live the new guard!
Black War Greymon is actually one of my favorites because it is that reverse color scheme of black, and I obviously like dark colors. And he in the game is just nasty because they even have the what they call the X antibody forms, which don't quote me on where the hell they come from, but the X antibody forms for your Digimon's just so nice.
You know, it feels kind of weird that you two are talking about Digimon. I'm just sitting here going, hi.
It's
Well,
fine.
you're the one that made it here.
I just wanted to sit here and talk.
Mummymon.
We
Fucking
started that shit.
chat. Look at this creature, chat. What the fuck?
It's a mummy.
What the hell's with the vent braces on his legs?
Well, you know, his bones are brittle.
He worked for Aperture Science. He worked for
He
Aperture
did.
Science.
No, so.
Oh my
one of the
god,
reasons
he's
I
the
got-
original guy who fought the Mantis Men.
Is
Yeah.
that a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh monster?
No,
No,
that's
that's a Digimon.
Mummymon. That's Mummymon.
What? This dude looks like he could be on a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card.
he's
Yeah,
got,
they all
like,
kind of
the-
borrow from each other.
He's got like the
You should
two
look up-
things.
You should look up Locomon. And no, this is
Locomon?
not the only reason that got me drawn into the TCG. I mean, back in the Digimon.
Oh, chat. I want you to take the name Locomon, and then I want you to take a fucking guess.
Farva.
I want you to take a fucking guess at what it is. Because I know that your brains will overthink this. Don't worry, I have the answer.
Of course, that one Digimon would get you into it, Farva.
It's
Why else
Locomon!
wouldn't it?
It's
is-
a fucking tray!
It's a fucking tray.
Choo choo, motherfucker!
Nothing is safe from Digimon. I can say
No.
that for absolute
Thomas
goddamn certain that nothing is safe from Digimon. If it's a plant, it's a Digimon. If it's an idea, it's a Digimon. If it's a girl, by God, it's gonna be in a Digimon's evolution somewhere.
Yep. Don't forget, if it lives in the water, it's a Digimon. If it grows in the ground, it's a Digimon. Oh, you want meat? Meat grows in the
Oh
ground.
my
usually.
God, the best Digimon. Hold on.
What?
The best Digimon. The most American Digimon. Chat, I never thought I'd ever find someone where you would say, listen, boss, I understand gun rights, everything, but counter-argument,
Oh, is it Gundramon?
Gunmon.
Gunmon.
Unknown? Hold up.
No,
Hold on a second
right
here.
beside it is Gundramon. That's more American than Gunmon.
Well, we
Or-
got
or
like
Digimon.
Gunmon here with like the cowboy hat, and then what happened when we hit the 2000s? Gundramon.
What
Yeah.
the?
Gundramon!
Guns everywhere. Everybody gets a gun.
Everybody gets guns.
Yeah, I'm back. What are we talking about now?
We're talking
Gundramon.
about guns.
Apparently the greatest Digimon ever, Gunmon.
Exactly.
Also,
it's
also
Gunmon,
known as
Gunmon.
Deputymon?
Gunmon heard that Americans have the right to bear arms, so he took that very literally and decided to literally bear arms.
He also has another name just called Deputymon, and I kind of like that one more.
I think Deputy Moore's the
Deputymon.
actual official one,
It-
and then it's Gundramon as part of its line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at this man, or looking at this Digimon.
He is stance
feel-
up ready.
Hey,
I-
hey, it's okay because we now have Digi Police. and
Oh,
the D Brigade. We
oh,
have a
no.
military and a
Okay.
corrupt police force.
Is Digimon still going? I thought it died.
No, it
No,
got
it
so
reacted. It came back in 2019, 2020.
yeah. So
The last-
what happened
Last
was
Digimon I remember is Digimon Fusion.
so
That's the last one everybody remembers.
what ended up happening was is that Fusion failed over here in the West, and then Digimon went quiet for about 3 years after Fusion. But then the guys who created Digimon created a movie, another Digimon movie, like an actual full-fledged anime movie, not the spliced together shorts that the other one was. This was what happened to the crew after everything,
Mm.
and it was more of a question of what the fuck do you do with yourself when you build your identity around this kind of thing? Because it focuses on Matt and it focuses on Tai, and both of them still do the Digi heroing stuff. They still go out with their Digimon and fight the good fight, but the others stopped. They've moved on with their lives.
You are not wrong, Gabriel. The Royal Knights are corrupt as shit.
You want to corrupt police force search the Royal Knights? What the fuck is the Royal Knights?
So there's I think in Exo Wars or something beyond, a little bit past that, there was introduced into the series or into the system the Royal Knights, which are supposed to be each knight kind of rules and watches over a certain domain. But the problem is the system that is Digimon's network and world, kind of picks and balance. So there's virus types. So anything that was a knight, so like the Omnimon, which is Metal Gurumon's and War Greymon's combination, Killamon's Final Evolution True One, which is Duke Knight, Dukemon, and all that. The ones that look like knights became the actual holy knights of the realm.
Keep talking. I got something to show chat. Hold on.
Yeah. So one of the other ones, which is kind of a fucked up one, is Astamon. Astamon's a virus type with a fucking Tommy gun. He's a mob.
Nice.
So
That's so American. That's so
it's-
American. It
it's not even
hurts.
the level of the goddamn of the other knights. Like in retrospect, the other knights are megas. He's just an ultimate.
I beg of you, please tell me this man speaks with
'Cause
like a
no one
Chicago
knows-
gangster accent.
No one.
I don't know because
God.
I've seen most people who do talk with his voice. Yes, they give him that Chicago fucking. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm gonna fucking shoot you. He's
He
got
has
a
a
So-
Tommy
gun.
gun.
Chat.
Give him.
Everybody. I do own a Digimon video game, and it's from the GameCube era.
Is it Digimon World?
You could look at the stream.
I'm watching the stream. It hasn't come up yet. Yeah, it's Digimon World 4.
So,
So there's a new one out. It's next order.
Chat, you want to know what my opinion of this game is? Don't play it alone. Never play this game alone. Please, for the love of God, always make sure that you have at least 2 people playing. Whether it be you and your friend or your sibling, whatever the fuck, or
Your AI dog.
go in with a max team of 4. Make this your new D&D night. Because this game, I tried playing it by myself. It was the equivalent of, okay, motherfucker, here's 4 enemies. Are they balanced for 1 person? No!
No.
Get
Welcome
Uh,
to suffering! This is a
Also,
fist going up your ass!
I don't want to yank the conversation away for too long, but I do want to mention this because I find it funny. Last week, yes, it was last week. Last week, 2 Warhammer content creators that I do enjoy, Adeptus Ridiculous, and another group that do content called Lysander and Coda, most of it lore content, both of them, at the same time, equally separate of each other, both decided to do Thousand Sun videos. And if that is not a damn Zechian plot, I don't know what is.
fucking Z.
It's always planned.
That is not
As the
like a-
Zechian
that is not
player
Z.
myself.
Just like poking his finger, taking his finger, and just pushing it on the scales. I don't know what is.
It's
Yes, it's all falling into plan.
Heresy!
just as planned. Yes.
No.
Like I love it because I watch both of them because I like Adric makes me laugh and there is some good lore bits in there, and then like if I want like other good lore bits, I go to them too because Boss has all the mechanics of it
Yeah.
and
So
less about the lore, that's fine. It's why I go to Boss. I go to Boss to learn how to play. I go to those two to laugh at the ridiculous lore every now and again.
yeah,
Like the fact that my favorite thing about the Space Sharks now is they have pocket thalassophobia as a spell.
yeah. So just to wind back to Digimon.
Yeah. Yeah, winding back
You
to
are-
Digimon.
If you are a fan of tabletop RPG and you
Please
love
tell me
Digimon,
the Digimon version of it. Please tell me the Digimon TTRPG. Please, I'm begging you.
so there isn't an official one, but the same people that make Digimon Abridged, Schmuck Squad, are doing a tabletop Digimon game through their channels and everything, and they're streaming it, putting it up. They also their DM posted all the mechanics that he's using on the system that they're using that he custom built for it for kids on bikes, and he's got it
Nice.
in the Discord, posted in
On
there.
a-
So you can. So if somebody wants to use it and run a Digimon campaign, all the work is there for the kids.
Oh,
on
that's
bikes system.
cool.
So he's
On
posted it
another
all everything.
on a TTRPG tangent, my DM for my D&D campaign found a TTRPG where you basically play as necromancers in the modern day. So you have like with guns. It's a whole thing. I was
Hey, you
looking
can
up
kill
more
them
of this guy's,
and raise them from the dead.
I was looking up more of this guy's content, and he has another. It's a one-page RPG, like like Honey Heist, things like that. It's double-sided, but I still consider it one page. And it is quote goblin with a fat ASS because I don't want to
Oh
get
no!
canceled. It's
Jesse
so
Cox is
stupid.
talking about
It's an April Fool's joke that he made. I read it just because I couldn't believe it. It's such a dumb, stupid game. If you ever, for the chat listening, if you ever have a TTRPG party and your DM or half your party isn't there, and the DM asks, "So what do you guys want to do?" Pull that out. Pull that out and hand it to the DM. He's either gonna laugh and say, "All right, this is hilarious. We're doing this," or he's going to laugh and say, "No." Either way, it'll be a fun time.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the video on YouTube
It's
from
so
Jesse
ridiculous.
Cox.
Yeah.
But either way, to pass it back to Boss here.
So
But yeah, Digimon being fucked, but also extremely dark and amazing.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's so weird.
the entirety of the movie is asking the question: when should you grow up and move past something? Is it okay to do that?
I want you to turn around, look at the wall behind you, and look back at us and tell us when you need to do that.
Yeah, no, boss, I want you to turn around, look at your wall, look back to us, look back at your wall, then back to us, and answer that question.
Do shit because I'm looking at myself through the camera.
It's true. It's very-
I can see all. But yeah,
I can see all my shame.
the idea is that like at some point you do need to grow up and not forget the good times, but like you gotta let your friends go do their lives, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And that was the initial premise, and then they brought it back as Digimon Try,
As a series.
As a series.
So the movie is called Try as well. So there's Try the movie, and then there's Try the series.
Yeah, and they did a whole different animation style for it. It was... I want to say it was well received, but at the same time, there was a lot of criticism towards it.
So it was well received, yes, to see the original cast, and it was a very nice take on it. But you're right, there was some very heavy criticism taken on it. But
like
Bandai and the makers of the show took that as a sign of seeing the original cast and went, "Hey, we're gonna do." I think they did Ghost Game, and then they did the reboot to Adventure 1.
Yep. Basically, the plot of Digimon Try was that the original group gets all their Digimon back. There's a new Digidestined, and she's a girl, but her Digimon is a bit weird. It doesn't function like the rest of them do. In fact, her Digimon gets extremely violent. Like, there was, like, times where like, the Digimon would lose control, and they would, like, digivolve into like their dark form or whatever. Dark form was base for this thing, and it got to the point where it was, do we have to put this thing down? Because it is getting out of control every time it digivolves. It's getting bloodthirsty. It has attacked humans. We need to start figuring that shit out. I believe the criticisms, though, where it came to was, one of the initial plot points of the anime was that the Digimon Adventure 2 crew, aside from like the two original characters from the first group that were part of their group, they're missing. They're MIA. They've been kidnapped, and by series end, that plot point is never addressed.
It's like they just left and never came back.
Oh no! Some dark force has kidnapped the other kids. Fuck, I guess. Fuck those kids, I guess.
There's another thing that's interesting with the Digimon series in a whole, and just the lore of all of it, is that 100% Digidestins are randomly picked by the server when there's an imbalance in it. Like, there is some choice of do you have courage, friendship, heart, whatever all those symbols are.
Heart.
But it is 100% just randomized on who it's going to grab from where. Like,
wasn't there a
there's a chance
skeleton
that anybody.
Digimon?
Yeah, and
Wasn't there a skeleton Digimon? I'm not picturing just him like, all right, we need new Digidestin, spin the wheel.
So there is certain Digimon that are partners by default, just because their native line is technically the holy Digimon. They've flush that out more in the rebooted series. There is a skeleton Digimon. It is the Dark Evolution line for Greymon and Agumon, which is Skull Greymon.
Well, Greymon, we need new Digidestin, spin the wheel.
Yeah, so it's the idea is, well, they explain it better in Adventure than they ever did in the reboot, where all of a sudden light and darkness have become unbalanced, and the server goes, and we're gonna find the people with the most greatest connections, spin the wheel, and we pick you. And
make it a game show. Make the next series a game show where they have like the monkey. They got like the Elvis monkey on stage, just like, well, who's gonna be the next Digidestin today? Yeah. Which kid are we gonna traumatize today?
Make it like episodic, so like it's never the same Digidestin twice, or at least twice in a row.
Oh, that'd be fucked.
And they're just sitting there in class, doing schoolwork, and suddenly looks down, there's a portal beneath their feet. Oh, son of a bitch!
So the worst part is, and they also explain this too, is because it's coming from the digital world, they take through the closest device that you are holding, which is for us now cell phones, and turn it into your Digivice. You lose your motherfucking cell phone! You are a 12-year-old kid. You just lost $1,000 device, and the digital world is it's now Digivice. It doesn't work like it used to.
What do you mean it works like it used to? You know how much this thing costs?
Now I have a genuine question. If we go into the digital world with our phones, what the fuck happens to our phone plan?
It keeps running, but your phone doesn't work.
More important question: if you're someone who has a smartwatch and a phone, which is counted as closer?
They fuse into one. They become like They become like that fucking Power Rangers morpher, where like it's the two morphers.
I would argue the smartwatch is closer because the smartwatch is making contact with your skin. If your phone's in your pocket, it's technically got to go through a thin layer of cloth to reach your skin. So the smartwatch.
Are you suggesting that it becomes part of their fucking arm?
Yeah, it's fucking
Matrix mode. Let's go.
Yes, we're Ben 10 out this bitch.
Yeah. So
the true Digimon successor, Ben 10.
So Cyber Sleuth answers this question very nicely, where it's still your cell phone, but now it's an app on your phone. That's not your Digivice.
It's not that bad, actually.
And what you're saying is, and what your question originally too is that, does your phone plan work? Actually, technically, as long as the area is clear of corruption, Your computer will work, your phone will work, and it'll all work through the app. You can still call somebody from the to the human world, from the digital world. Hi, Mom. I'm just fighting monsters.
Picture you in the digital world. You go, Mom, can you pick me up? I'm lost.
And and the theory is too is the system typically picks kids because kids have the imagination, the broad span to understand without questioning what they're doing and where they are, where adults don't have that. But you still have a chance of a higher adult.
That tracks. That tracks. A child would get transported into a digital world like Pokemon or Digimon, and they just wouldn't question. They go, "Okay, cool. This is my life now, I guess."
A child
No.
being transported in the digital world. Oh my god, everything's. Oh wow.
My dream come true.
An adult. What the fuck? What? No. What? Where am I?
We're in Texas.
It's that Punisher me. No. Wait.
Get me here for months on end.
Where the fuck do we eat? These games never answer that question.
Oh, there's food to eat. It's called meat grows in the ground, already cooked.
What?
I don't
Yeah.
like that answer.
I don't like that. What?
Meat, it's been in every series. Meat grows from the ground in the digital world, and it's already cooked.
Captain, I don't like that answer.
All meat is tofu.
No, I don't like that. No, do not ruin something that's actually good and dear to my heart. I don't want to know this.
Captain,
I love meat.
Krusty wants off. But yeah, like, so...
I'd like to get off this ride now, please.
No, you're stuck on Mr. Bones ride forever.
So this is where there are multiple reasons why Pokemon succeeded over Digimon. One of it is just Pokemon popped up at the right time with the right set of circumstances around it, and the fact that it had a very good advertising campaign behind it. Digimon came over here
Pokemon
first as an anime, not a game. So a lot of people just assumed that Digimon was copying Pokemon, when in reality, both of them existed in their own separate bubbles.
Glances at Pokemon and glances at Dragon Quest.
Yeah. And Digimon, as I said, was willing to go into more deeper and more darker topics than Pokemon was. But Digimon always had a sense of finale, where Pokemon did not. So Pokemon...
How many years did it take Ash to finally become a Pokemon master?
Too long.
Too fucking long.
All the way to the friggin' Alolan region before he actually was declared a master. He nearly did it several times and then lost at the
He had to go
end.
kick Islander's ass just to fucking become a master. He couldn't do it on the mainland.
It was like Sinnoh and Kalos. It was Sinnoh and Unova Ash that was like the smartest Ashes, and then he hit Kalos and he got dumb again.
But yeah, so...
Or Misty.
So when it came down to it, Pokemon had more consistency. It had a broader range where everyone could get into it, where Digimon had more of a focus on, we're going to aim for like the older kids, pre-teens, teenager crowd. And that's still a good option to go for. It's just that the games that we did get over here, I'm sorry guys, Digimon World 4? The Digimon World games? I'm sorry, they're too complicated.
So
they throw a lot at you.
Well, the Digimon World games from 1 to 3 were really good. 4, as I think it's agreed that it's garbage, and the ones after that. But you're very much right. It's like Pokemon's game was very simple. A child can play it no problem without having to fully understand it. A teenager can play it with more strategy and more skill. The Digimon games were kind of a later thought. Pokemon had the traction. And I think now with it rebooting and us with the nostalgia of remembering the old series and now seeing it come back, that's who they're calling to, and calling to just new players and helping the old nostalgic players will help spread it, which they are. Like they've done a really good job of bringing it back in a way and redoing the card game where it's not complicated as all hell. They've taken some suggestions from Pokemon, they've taken some suggestions from Magic the Gathering, but kept it very simple in a way and inexpensive to get into.
As well
It is
as
a Clowny? A fucking card game? Ignore that?
Digimon. Digimon is still doing what Digimon does best. It is willing to go to places that Pokemon and other series like Pokemon are not willing to go to. They are willing to have two separate stories. One where, yeah, it's a little bit more child friendly, it's a little bit more innocent, it is very accessible to a modern audience. I haven't watched the Fallout show. I'm sorry. I don't have an opinion yet. I will watch it soon. Don't worry. But back to Digimon.
Then there's the other side.
And then there's the
where
other
it's
side
dark as shit.
where then there's the other
Well,
side where
you
it's
die?
the other side is willing to go, yeah, no, we are taking the idea that there is benevolent and malevolent computer programs that will either help you or choose to fuck up your day because fuck you, you existed. That is
Exists in its metaphysical existence. Can't have shit in Detroit.
can't have shit in Detroit.
Detroit. No, it can't have
So
shit in
one of the
Detroit.
best examples of the remake of Digimon Adventure 1. This image has been all over the internet. If you haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert. So there's a point where they are fighting Devimon again, and he goes through full evolution and winds up at Dun Devimon, which is his max evolution tree branch line. And Tai gets eaten by him. Full Bore gets eaten by a Digimon. Agumon thought he was dead, and Full Bore jumps evolutions down his dark path because Digimon don't go in a straight line when they evolve. They tree branch depending on emotions and connections and how they fight. He almost full digivolves into Machinedramon, a full virus villain Digimon, until he realized that Tai is alive inside him and fucking wreaks havoc on him.
Yeah, and
It is one of the dark scenes in the new series.
I think this is also where Digimon slowly has more of an advantage over Pokemon because Digimon Digievolution, they go back and forth. They don't stay stationary in that single stage.
Well, it's not just back and forth either. It's the fact that there's an entire tree branch line. They can go in almost any direction. Like,
Yeah,
the Agumon line has so many different Greymons and other ways that Agumon can become different things. Just to give an example of, like, you have War Greymon, you have Rise Greymon, you have so many different evolutions in this one rookie that it can go down, depending on what it deals with, what traumas, what connections it makes, and it's all based on that and fighting. Which the biggest thing, too, the reboot series explains is, if a Digimon doesn't die during a fight, it's got a higher chance of evolving during that fight and becoming stronger.
yeah, and again, it also comes down to it has a lot more going for it creatively.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well, that's the thing too. Is like I also agree. Is like Pokemon has this very calculated design that they have to and way they have to design and stylize everything, every Pokemon, and they can't really break that mold too much. Where Digimon, because it's digital monsters, there is no mold. They're gonna do what the hell they want with it.
now you want to try Ceratops fucking Digimon? You got it. You want a gun Digimon? You got it. It's
I do like the fact that
You want a
they guys
Digimon
are
with
gonna get
big
more
tits?
creative, just because the fact that they don't have to follow like Pokemon. You're right; they have to follow like a set. This needs to be reasonably an animal, more or less. That's gotten somewhat loose with some of them. Perfect example: Garbodor, sentient pile of trash. I love Garbodor. I'm not dissing Garbodor. I'm just saying some of them are stretching the definition of animal.
well,
Yeah. My other issue with Pokemon as of late is like again, it's come to the same thing with the anime. It's become and with the games, it's become very repetitive, and I think a lot of us are starting to feel
hold on,
that.
chat. Want Gundam Digimon? You got it. You want to traumatize the kids? You got it.
You got it. You want to see a Digimon that makes you go, "Mommy, fuck, mommy, fuck, mommy, fuck." You got it.
Wasn't there actually like a Grim Reaper Digimon that was like the most
Yes.
terrifying? I distinctly remember this thing from like one of the first Digimon. I remember him. He was terrifying.
Satanmon. Literally just Satan.
Yeah, it was. It's a
Don't
grim. It's a literal
Satan
Grim
Mon.
Reaper.
He is so good. He's such a unique design. Totally not fucking awful at all.
Yeah, it's Reapermon. It's just straight Reapermon. He is the Grim Reaper of the Digimon universe.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep. And we're not afraid to go there.
I miss Bakugan.
Yeah. Don't get wrong.
No,
Bakugan, the first two
Bakugan,
series were
I'm
good.
gonna be real. That first series was kind of weird. That second series where they started to give Bakugan like the artifact feature, that one was lit.
Yeah.
Okay,
That one was
so
lit.
Bakugan. God damn. I remember watching the entirety of the original Bakugan series, beginning to end, with Dan and all of his friends, and that hotshot himself, Shun.
Real quick, let's time out a moment here. Some of those character designs were way too a lot for what the canon age of the characters were.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember which one, but there was
Julie?
one. She had dark skin, white hair, and she
Julie?
was wearing like friggin' Julie, that's the one. Julie with the short shorts, and wow, that was a lot for like a canon 12-year-old.
It's because she was supposed to be like Japan's like what the fuck is it called?
Idol.
Gyaru girl or whatever the fuck.
Boss.
She's
It's
supposed-
not great on the English tongue either.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what she was supposed to be in like the Japanese. But
Uh,
I
Real quick.
I thought Bakugan was cool. I really liked the everybody gets like 3 Bakugan. You get like your own trap cards and like your own like spell cards and shit like that. Closest thing I can compare it to is Yu-Gi-Oh. And then I started losing interest when it got to the second series because it felt like they took all the strategy out of it because one person would throw down the trap card and then you were forced to play on that card.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that seems entirely bullshit. What, like, first starting gun always wins. That's stupid.
Yeah. Real quick, Ranger, you're absolutely right. That's called my Maidusmon. There's completely. If you want Dracula, you got Dracula.
And it is confirmed he does suck women.
He does. He does suck women. Also steals children.
Oh no!
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, I forgot.
Yo, do we want to talk about the hardest hitting, like the most ridiculous anime that
One
ever
Punch
hit
Man?
the stage? The one about the spinning tops with the sickest lore
Beyblade?
ever?
Beyblade?
Beyblade. Why?
You mean the series where it canonically said that Moses himself, the man, the myth, the legend, split the Red Sea with a fucking top?
Yes.
Ramses, let my people go. Let her rip.
Yo, no. I found a YouTube video of that. The comments on that are insane. Some of my favorite ones are as follows. Don't forget the time George Washington defeated the British, the 100 to 1 man Beyblade battle of the British at Yorktown with his Beyblade Liberty Bell.
God damn it.
Don't forget when Tokugawa Ieyasu defeated all of his enemies by standing at the top of a hill and go, "None may challenge me! Let her rip!"
Kids,
I love
chat.
I
This-
love the
all this-
lunacy lore of Beyblade.
Kids, all this proves is that all the gotcha anime series, Digimon is still #1 because at least they're willing to go there and not do weird shit like Beyblade.
Beyblade.
Nah, dude, you have not lived till you
And
saw
found it
Bay Wheel.
funny.
You have
Oh,
not
God.
lived till you saw Bay Wheel.
Bay Wheel was the only thing that Beyblade did that did not work. Everything Beyblade did, they just once they jumped the shark of Moses split the Red Sea with a Beyblade, and people like laughed and went ballistic over it, Beyblade was just like, okay, we're just gonna lean harder into this.
We're gonna get
Yeah,
more
like-
stupid shit. The
Yeah, no.
wars were done Beyblades.
No,
Yeah,
it's
and
so like we
Appreciate
get
the fact
all
that they
these.
were like, yeah, this is ridiculous, but people are loving it, so we're just gonna go harder into it.
I sit here with just like Yu-Gi-Oh! We got like ancient Egyptian pharaoh reincarnated in like a 15-year-old boy. We got fucking
Oh, yeah.
Digimon over here.
Player.
Digital monsters. We got fucking Beat-em-on where like an evil cat can brainwash people. And then there's just fucking Beyblade where it's done 7 lines of coke. It has stared the other animes in the eye and goes, Moses. And then Yu-Gi-Oh raises its hand and goes, "What do you mean?" And then he screams, "Split the Red Sea!"
That's a fucking
Oh,
dog.
that Yu-Gi-Oh was like saw everyone's reaction of Beyblade doing a line of coke and screaming shit, and it was positive, and they go, okay, how do we respond to this? Hard. They're going 90 miles an hour on motorcycles while dueling.
So, actually,
Okay, hold on. Going
I-
back to the ridiculousness of Beyblade, if Moses parting the Red Sea and George Washington doing that like 100 versus 1,
The 100 Liberty Bell thing's a fan thing, but 100%, if you asked the Beyblade if it was canon or not, I guarantee you they'd say yes.
but
It is like a fan thing.
I
I'm
am
sorry,
cur-
but World War III we fought with Beyblades.
I am curious on how they would explain away the Holocaust.
It was all done by nuclear Beyblades.
I
Ooh,
I
okay.
think there's
I
a
don't
lot
think-
of
I don't think
places.
enough-
I think
don't
there's a lot of
there's
places
enough
these things will
cocaine
go.
for them
I
to
don't
touch
think the
that.
Holocaust would. I don't think the Holocaust is where they go.
Oh, sure, they could put gas canisters in tops. What are you talking
I
about?
don't think there's enough. I don't think it's enough cocaine for them to try and touch that with a 10-foot pole. I think
didn't-
that's just one
They
thing.
didn't kill.
No
They
one
didn't kill the.
touches.
They didn't kill the Jews. They killed
They
their
just-
bays.
Yeah,
Look at your face.
face.
Oh, so just like
God.
a chat when I said gas canisters and tops.
Before we get
My
boxed.
my entire brain is just doing that fucking X-Men meme where Xavier like kept like pocketed Magneto's trauma from the Holocaust camps, and he's just like when he's fighting Magneto's just like why did you make me relive the Holocaust? Oh, those were your memories. I just kept those in my back
Just take
pocket.
it.
Oh, you mean saw?
Oh,
JJ's
you don't
fucking
want to
video?
be in the camp? You must meet me in Ben's plans. If you lose, the canister goes off.
I remember that.
We
video.
need to get off these
I-
Holocaust
Beyblade,
places.
I need to get this rant off of my chest. Y'all remember in the first season of Beyblade, the fucking Crab Man?
Oh, good God.
I hate him so much.
Wait, which one?
I was rewatching. His entire shtick was his Beyblade was like the crab constellation, aka Cancer, which was very accurate for this man's very existence. He was the dirtiest cheater
Beyblade.
ever.
Crab guy.
Aramis, you can't get mad
Oh.
at me for saying that shit.
Oh,
You know that's what they're thinking.
I remember this
He was the
creature.
dirtiest cheater
remember
ever.
this creature.
I despised him. I genuinely wanted his Beyblade to get broke.
Chat,
He was the nastiest.
I need someone to make memes of this. I need someone to make memes of this creature. Please find this image, make memes of it. I want this to be our new channel meme boy.
Okay,
Give
hold on.
us Crab Man. His
I
name is
just read some-
Tetsuya.
I just read something Ranger just said, and I can't help but fucking like.
Where is it?
I can't help but laugh. Domain expansion. Divine.
But yeah, like, oh god.
Jesus
Guys,
Christ.
in domain
I
expansion. Beyblade.
reminded myself of fucking beat 'em on. Holy shit.
Who's beat him on?
Okay, so imagine this. You got a little Gundam, right?
Oh, I remember that thing that fires the little glass balls.
Yeah!
Ah,
Yeah!
one of those.
Kobo blade and all
Yeah.
that shit. Fucking
This is the era where a bunch of gotcha anime series came out just to sell toys.
So, chat, if you don't know what beat 'em on is, essentially you got like these little Gundam things. They were spring-loaded like little Gundams, and you
They weren't even spring loaded. They were like they were really tightly in there. And you really had to push on the trigger in the back to send them flying.
Yeah, it was. So like you'd get like these little things, and you would like set up like little games and shit. So like it's who can knock over the most pins in 2 shots, or they had like a attachable upgrade where you had to hit like the opposing player's flap.
What?
Yeah, you had to pick up
looking
armor and shit.
at?
Yeah, I remember this. It did like it could have been great. It lasted for a couple series, and then it just like flopped completely because they just couldn't make.
Yeah, here we are.
What am I?
So
What am I? It had a Game Boy game. What am I looking at?
no, this was a full-on toy.
But they did make a Game Boy game for it. Yes.
They did. So like you see like these things here. Essentially the idea was that you're supposed to hit this plate here, and then it would knock down the front of the beat 'em on, so it can't fire anymore, and you win. Or like it had. Oh god, the actual best comparison I can make is that it's anime Crossfire.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
What if we took Crossfire and animated?
But it was like I had one of these. Nobody else in my town had them when I was a kid.
Who remembers the show Chaotic?
I remember that.
Oh
Another.
my
I showed my wife the whole series.
You want to talk about a drug fueled?
Very upset. It did not like get its proper ending. Because it had a whole arc set up, it was everything, and it did not get a proper send off, and I am upset.
Yeah, when the last season came out, that was probably the best season they did with the different animation style and everything. And
a whole
they had
arc
some-
set up, a whole friggin' story with this new type of weird monsters they were working with.
But the problem
And then
is,
just-
the card again, like another gotcha anime series where they're trying to sell something. It didn't. The card game didn't take off as well as they wanted it to, and so yeah, it died out.
Yeah, there's
Well,
actually so there's a little bit more to it than that. 4Kids was responsible for its death too.
Yeah,
4Kids got in a lot of shit. Hence why they're no longer called 4Kids Entertainment. They're called something else now.
I
Okay.
didn't think that channel
Boss, I-
existed anymore.
I just posted a meme. I did as you asked.
Oh, you did
made a
as I
meme.
asked. Let's see. Let's fucking see where this is. Boss tried to find the logic of 40k incels.
Where the fuck is this?
This is in my memes. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
God.
no.
have to
Yeah,
order
no,
down.
I try to find the logic and I can't. I fucking can't. Their logic is just, it makes no sense. Son of a
God
bitch.
damn it!
Oh my god.
Is Chaotic coming back?
Oh my
Everybody
God.
says it is. I haven't seen any news on it. So like
Yeah.
until it comes back, I am assuming it's dead.
Hey, you know what? Fuck
Okay.
that. Everybody should get in the Digimon TCG and help it stay alive because it's fantastic. The game mechanics are great, the idea of it, and it's only 50 cards instead of 60.
Where's the memes channel here? Because I just remembered I have a bunch of really good memes that I found from my 40K.
All right. Just be
Who
aware.
remembers Kaijudo?
Hey, Judo. I don't remember that one.
Kaijudo. Oh, you mean chaotic, but fucking no. Wait, no. Kaijudo was something
I
else.
remember this. I had a couple cards of this set.
No! Oh my god! Oh my
You
god!
sent him a link to Meatspin and he freaks out.
Okay, so Kaijudo, one of the most interesting things about Kaijudo, about this fucking series, its origins are in Magic the fucking Gathering. So, chat, follow me on this one. Follow me on this one. Follow me. So, Magic the Gathering explodes over here in the West. They tried to bring it over to Japan. It does not take off. So what does Wizards of the Coast do? New idea. It's Magic, but anime. Leading to the creation of Duel Masters. You all remember what fucking Duel Masters is? No? Well, I'm about to rock your
Yu-Gi-Oh?
fucking Sunday.
No, wait, I do know Duel Masters.
Yeah, but somebody may not.
Oh.
I recognize this shit.
Yep, discount Yu-Gi-Oh, motherfucker.
Discount Yu-Gi-Oh.
So, years later, Duel Masters does get a spiritual successor in Kai Judo. Yep, these two series are related, and they're all related because of Magic the fucking Gathering.
It's just very magical, you know.
They just took Duel Masters creatures and rebranded them into this.
I used to watch
Kind of
this show
upsetting
as
that
a kid.
that exists
used to-
because of Magic.
I used to play this game, and I can't remember a lick of it now.
I am cursed with knowledge, and I hate my life.
You're cursed with knowledge. You love your life. Your life is
Knowledge
great.
What knowledge you cursed with now, boss?
Kaijudo. Just Kaijudo.
He got reminded of Kaijudo's existence.
Hey, boss, I can curse you with a different kind of knowledge that might clear out the Kaijudo thing if you
Just
check the
say the
meme chat.
name. Just oh fuck, check the memes. What did you do?
Memes.
He did the drugs.
When
The
you
drugs
try
are
to talk
working.
to a girl but don't know what to say, but you don't want to look stupid. Okay.
Wow,
Misters of
Commissar
Battle.
Barbie is so loyal. Oh no, Private Ken, I'll have to shoot you. Can I corrupt you?
Ironically, this goes hard. This Misters of Battle shit. But I've already had
This
to
goes
argue with one too many
hard.
people about Misters of Battle. God damn it.
Let's,
Bro looks
let's
like-
not touch that again.
Cannon.
Yeah, let's not. I don't want to touch that with a 5 foot pole.
Appreciate-
Yeah.
I can
Bro
appreciate
looks
the
like-
art.
Stay away
Don't-
from that
I
shit.
don't agree with the fact idea of making them canon.
Bro
I
looks
still
like
appreciate
the
that there are
fucking-
people doing some really good art on the concept of that, though.
He looks like a fucking 40K version of Jack the Ripper.
And that actually sounds really cool.
We already have that. It's called Conrad Curse.
Yeah. I'm just about to be like, I think and I'm like, wait, no, Karn did it legally. Conrad did not. No, Conrad's Jack the Ripper. Oh, good, even more of a
You
character
can
for
lie.
my friend to
You can
thirst
see
over.
live boss reaction, the gears turning. I'm just like, I can't argue against that.
When Farmer says something that hurts
I'm
Boss's
already-
brain.
I'm already dealing with like fucking being reminded of Kai fucking Judo fossil fighters.
Delete that. Sap, delete that now.
Where
It's not look at it, boss. No, for your sanity.
Zach, why?
guys,
Why?
I'm the one that made that joke.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Because we deviated from the original topic so far, I'm gonna try and pull it back here. Hey, boss, because I've talked about the TCG a little bit for Digimon. Would you actually like to know how it functions?
Maybe another time, genuinely.
Fair.
Me and card games have such a weird relationship, because, like, unless there is a strategy in a card game where I can, because my entire thing is, I like burning myself to hurt my opponent. Like, that's a lot of my strategies, is that I am willing to cut myself more to kill you.
There is a strategy for that.
Oh, nice.
There's
You know
like- So to just quickly go over it real quick without actually getting into the depths of the game, there is 7 colors. The 7th color being
Okay.
white, which is a combo color to go in any deck. But all the colors pretty much cover a generalization of what the function is, and certain Digimon are in those colors. Purple being exactly the what you're asking for, where it's all the major villain virus types. And yeah, a lot of its ability is trashing your own deck to boost up your own shit.
I play Magic every now and again, and I have a friend who plays a black-white deck, and he's in his own words, everything is a resource. My deck, my creatures, my mana, my own health. If it means I get to kill you faster, I will burn it all.
My brother,
Sounds like an
my brother
Aristocrats
made
player.
the joke at me like years ago, where I was playing a deck where I was burning my own life points away, and he's just like, if you were playing in a shadow game, the guy who started the game would think you're the fucking sadist.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's in a shadow game. The guy hits him with, "You're in a shadow game. Every time you lose life points, you're losing parts of yourself." Boss is like, "All right, bet. Let's see how
Alright,
close I
bet.
can get."
let's stress test this.
Go
I
to fucking
activate
Battle
Dino.
City.
I activate Dinomorphia Fusion. Pay half my life points. Wait, what? I activate Dinomorphia Frenzy. Pay half my life points. What
And
is
it's just like
happening?
fucking
He is
Battle
nothing
City
but an
fucking-
eye, a mouth, and a hand.
So
I got a fucking Battle City Merrick, or all he is just an eye.
so boss,
Let's see how.
you and I have played a many of card game where you have life points
Yes.
or you have health of some sort. Digimon doesn't have that. They have, you take the top 5 cards of your deck, that becomes your security deck. That's your life. Your opponent's trying to destroy that.
Oh, so it's like the Pokemon prize card pool.
Yeah, except for the fact, yeah, they have to actually break through it, and when you actually hit, like what they call is check a security card, it actually flips over and activates. So you can't control what goes in there, but at least you have a chance of a card either going into your playing field and doing something, or a Digimon spawns out of it and kills your opponent's Digimon that just attacked it.
Boss's life becomes 500.
Literally-
and
literally
Boss is
just
ahead.
Literally just a surprise.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the purple decks would be your favorite because you're literally milling your own deck to kill your own shit to boost up your other shit or get things out.
I like decks like in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's self-burn decks like Dinomorphia that I like and Deities. For Magic, it's Dredge. I really like Dredge.
Mhm.
I remember my ex-friend.
You are the worst kind of player I don't like, and I mean that on a you
Oh,
are a
I'm
direct
worse.
player.
I'm worse. I'm the kind of guy that goes all in. Everybody
He's
that
all up
plays
in there.
Dredge, everybody that plays Dredge, they're pussies. They're little bitches. They're cowards. They're like, oh, I'm 10 cards in and my stinkweed imp is still in the grave. I can't risk that. Nah, motherfucker, we're going all in. We're getting both back.
Boss,
We either
boss,
win this turn or we lose.
Boss, I've played a deck that's worse. I played a modern deck that's called Oops, No Lands.
It's okay. Boss plays it where he's got all his creatures in the graveyard and 1 health left. Yet somehow he's going to win this game.
Oops,
Deck
No
that I
Lands
have.
was based off of one card, Balustrade Spy, where you mill your own deck until you hit a land, and you played exclusively creatures that depended on whether or not they hit the graveyard, and you had no lands in the deck.
I still have this deck. My favorite Magic the Gathering deck to this day is just a blue control that I have that's just full of brain in the jars, counter spells, and no you don'ts. I just call ADATs.
Hey,
which
hey,
is just
you don't have to talk
anti-DAT.
about me like that just because I'm a brain in a jar.
So
I
like
take offense to that.
when it came to card games, I would always like Yu-Gi-Oh! It was always like the self-burn, that kind of thing. Magic, it was Dredge. Pokemon, it was I could constantly switch out my team, and it annoyed the crap out of all the people I played with. And then like other card games, I don't know why they never. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like the first card game I ever played in. Magic, I have an intrinsic understanding of, and that I can just pick up and play and understand it, and I know what I'm doing. Pokemon is very much the game of I keep switching out everything for free, and then someone tries to hit me over the head with a chair.
So
I-
one of the things between Pokemon and Digimon that I've never really gotten into the Pokemon card game just because I look at it and go, eh. But one of the things that intrigued me with the TCG for Digimon that they introduced is, so I keep bringing up is the Digimon, is they evolve. And I know Pokemon, you can evolve inside the game as well in the card game. Digimon does it different. Digimon does it so well because instead of just stacking on and losing the ability on the bottom card, your bottom evolutions have inherited abilities that the top card gets. So you can stack up all these inherited abilities that your top Digimon gets. And your Digivolution cost is cheaper than your hard play cost.
That
Oh, that just sounds like Mutate from Magic, which is another.
It
fun
is, but
spell.
it's such a fun functionality because you can create such a badass stacked ability card of Digimon, and you also have this hatchery area where you can digivolve there, but nobody can affect that one until you move it out.
I miss Mutate in MTG. I wish it wasn't so bad as it was.
But it kind of got that thing. And mana, fuck mana. Who needs mana? Digimon got shared memory. It's a give and take system. So I spend it, crosses 0, my turn goes to you. You've got an extra 3 that you can spend before you end up crossing over 0 and giving it back to me.
It is amazing to see like how many card games have come and gone while like the big three have always stayed. But even then, people were actually really worried about the Pokemon TCG and the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG when they were over here. Like
Magic will live forever.
Magic was the constant, and now
Go ahead, boss.
And now we have games like Force of Will and Digimon, and I forget what the other one was.
And the Disney one.
Yeah, the Disney one. The Disney one is
Actually
popping
ask,
off.
I don't want to bring up. I don't mean to bring up the Satanic Mouse House of Mouse, but has anyone actually played the Disney one? Is it actually any good, or is it trash?
I talked. So I have one of the top tier Canadian players of Yu-Gi-Oh over here in where I live. I asked him about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, no, it's crack. It's crack cocaine."
Oh,
Like
oh no.
good crack cocaine
Yes.
or bad crack cocaine?
He said, "I bought one pack. I got hooked. I can't put it down."
Okay.
Somebody take my wall away. Somebody take my wall away.
Okay. You know what?
It's-
Let me ask you: is it better or worse than Warhammer? That is the bar we all live by. Is
They're
it
two
worse?
very different games. They don't
Yeah.
match up.
No, I mean like the crack cocaine addiction part. Of
Oh,
it. Yeah.
well, you see, they're cheaper, so you can buy more of it.
Well,
Also,
it
it's
looks
the
like my
equivalent-
stack
it's
of
the equivalent-
heresy.
It's the equivalent of buying a steak and buying McDonald's fries.
So it's worse. Okay. Oof.
Hold the fuck.
No.
Hold on.
No, if you buy Warhammer, all you can afford is McDonald's. You buy trading card games, you can still afford that damn steak.
Actually,
Fair.
me and my wife, we crunched the numbers. It was actually cheaper to stay with 40K than it was to get into Magic and or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really?
Yeah, so the thing is,
You know what?
if you want to keep up with your locals, if you want to keep up with the competitive, you have to update
You
your
have,
deck
yeah, you have
every fucking 2 to 3 months.
At least with 40K, when you buy the minis, you're basically set. Those minis are gonna stay, and the only time you have to buy new stuff is when a new book comes out for your army.
Or your stuff goes into Legends, and then you can't play
Rest
it.
Yeah,
in
but that's
peace,
still
rest in peace, Squiggoth. Rest in fucking peace.
Real quick, what the fuck is Redakai?
Well, it's red, and his name is Kai.
Swear I know
I'm
that.
seeing this from chat. They said, "Does anybody remember Redakai?"
Hold on, I'm typing it in. I have no idea what it is.
It's something, I tell you that.
I mean, it's definitely something. It's just
What the fuck am I looking at?
It's something, I tell you that.
Chat, like what the fuck am I looking at? This just
What?
looks like lamer fucking. What the hell am I looking at?
What the hell kind of drugs is this?
I remember this in the back recesses of my mind.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Okay, someone
Okay,
better
who's
mute
got
me in the
the
background.
Oh, that looks so familiar.
Somebody's got the stream on and needs to mute it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
At the beginning of your
I got a
turn,
shadow
you have no
bitch.
cards in your hand. Draw an additional card. What the fuck?
What?
I don't know. I don't know what this is. It was from the Cartoon Network days, I guess. What?
Man, Cartoon Network was doing some weird shit
It
in
got-
the early days.
It got 13 episodes?
Wow.
Holy shit, Cartoon Network. That's not a whole lot.
They're in piss. They're in piss. Okay, they're in piss water. I got nothing. They're in piss water. Got it. I don't.
Stop swimming in piss. It's not good for you.
I genuinely got nothing. I got nothing.
I think what they tried doing was they looked at Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and said, "How can we try to do our version?"
No, it was some redneck that went, watch this. I can do that. Hold my beer. Shit, I didn't do it.
So another reason why I think a lot of other card games failed over here in the West was that the games were either way too complicated or that they looked way too generic. Part of the reason why Chaotic failed over here was because it was too complicated. Like a lot of Chaotic players would kill me for saying that, but you got to keep track of 6 other creatures along with 6 of your own while trying to figure out a location, while trying to keep track of all the gear and music if your character can fucking do that, and as well try to strategize around a board state.
Yeah.
It's too many variables to keep track of. Now,
sometimes simplicity is better.
Yeah, and you got to also remember, when Yu-Gi-Oh started out, it was on a knife's edge the entire time. The problem with Yu-Gi-Oh is that when it first released, it was slower Magic. It was dumber, slower Magic.
It was. And
yeah, that's accurate.
It's the reason why now there's the rule out there that most TCG players have talked about is that if a card game can survive its first 2 years, then it will keep surviving and making it inside the TCG game system.
Exactly.
The majority of these cards games that we've been talking about that haven't made it never made it past their 2-year mark, or just barely made it there and then died right on that hill.
Yeah, and it was brutal. Pokemon actually suffered from that too. But the difference with Pokemon is that it had the video games to prop it up, it had the anime to prop it up, so the card game was always just there, and then later on the card game would explode.
Yeah. Like it wasn't ride or die for the card game.
Exactly.
No. Where Yu-Gi-Oh! It relied on that card game, but I think what kept drawing people in was actually the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Story, and the way the art style was done and the storytelling was done felt like a true anime, where it really wasn't, but it felt like that and drew people in, where you go, oh, that's cool, those monsters are cool, that deck idea is cool, so you go buy the cards and try to get your friends into it, and then it allowed them to start getting that traction.
And then,
funny enough, the card game originally didn't start until like halfway into Duelist Kingdom.
Yeah, and so another thing that when it comes to modern card games, the best way to describe Magic is that it's like 2 wizards going at it. Pokemon it does feel like it's 2 Pokemon trainers going at it. Yu-Gi-Oh! The best way that I've ever heard it described is that it's like watching a fighting game tournament.
Yeah.
And that was the...
Yo, that's actually a really good way to describe it.
Yeah, and...
you are either comboing on somebody and going infinite on them, or you are the one getting comboed.
Exactly, and they all have their draws. If you want a more slow, methodical approach that can escalate, like in the drop of a hat, Magic the Gathering. If you want a steady back and forth game, Pokemon. If you want a game where you feel like a god, or feel like you can get fucking destroyed within seconds, it's Yu-Gi-Oh!
And if you want one that feels like Monster of the Week, then you go play Digimon.
And if you want Monster of the Week, it's Digimon. That's actually a very good way to put it. And Disney's game, I remember the person told me, it's very much like you are playing out your own Disney movie. And
you get to be the princess.
Yes, actually, the princess deck was the top tier one for a bit.
I'm not surprised.
That's not a surprise. It's Disney.
But yeah,
that's like saying, oh, yeah, the Mickey Mouse deck was top tier. Of course it was.
genuinely
Hey,
surprised.
hey,
you
hey! We
love
don't
deep
talk
dive
about
activity.
that. That's getting them in a lot of trouble. They can't talk about what happened behind closed doors with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so
Wait,
like
what?
Well, anyway, I'm hopping off because it's almost 10 over here.
that's fair. I'm also gonna stream here soon, but if you, the one thing that I found, if you want your card game to succeed, don't don't flood the market with your cards.
Mhm.
Keep it small, consistent, and then expand your roster with the next edition, and then just keep slowly expanding it, not rocking the boat too much until you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Like with Magic, it was fucking artifacts that like shook the boat. Then it was for Pokemon, it was like the Mega cards, where like they're just solid fatter cards HP wise. And then Yu-Gi-Oh, it was like fusions finally getting their own thing. Synchros, XYZs, pendulums. They kept all adding to their pools slowly.
Yeah. Digimon pretty much started off with the original set and actually re-released the original cards that were from the late 90s, early 2000s, and then they just kept building on the idea of the game, refining it through the first 7 releases, and then they found where their grain was, then released the dual colors, released more mechanics, more streamlining into the game, and ruling some of the cards down to not you can't play them, but to minimizing to 1. Also, something they introduced too is like one thing that's always in every card game is the rule of 4. You can only have 4 cards with the same name. That's an issue in Digimon due to the fact that a lot of Digimon share the exact same name. What they did was you can only have 4 cards with the exact same serial number. So if you got Digimon of the same, yeah. So if you have a Digimon with the same name from a different set that does something completely different, you can still run 4 of those. It's just this you just have to watch the serial number on it. Or card number, not serial number, card number.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
it's a great way of looking at that. I think that's actually a fantastic idea. But in all these card games, yeah, they found their niche, they found their traction, and yeah, the king of all of them will always, right now, until it somehow dies or Hasbro fucks it up, is going to be Magic the Gathering.
Magic is at the top of the heap right now, and
that's it will. It has
time soon, but it
Yeah,
eventually
like
will.
the top 3 as far as I'm aware is like number 3 Yu-Gi-Oh, number 2 is Pokemon, number 1 is Magic.
And the thing is, Pokemon's not even number 2 because of play wise. It's actually number 2 just collecting wise. They have a lot of high-end cards that are worth a lot of money. Magic has a lot of cards that are worth up to $1,000. But they also are the only one of all the TCGs that actually have tournaments that are worth money.
So before we leave, I actually have a funny thing, a story that I was told way back in my high school days from the anime club teacher. So there was a Magic card where if you played it, you could throw it, and whatever it landed on, it destroyed, regardless of what resistances or whatever the fuck it had.
Is that the one where you tear it up, or is it like this card stays a whole? Because I remember
it was the one where you tear it up.
I remember that.
So basically, during this tournament, it's like the grand finals, and there's the opposing player. He's got an amazing board. It's very hard to overcome, and the one player's just sitting there, looking at this card. He's looking at the card and he looks at the ref, and he says, "So all I have to do is spend the mana, and whatever this card lands on, it destroys, correct?" The judge goes, "Yes." He pays all the mana, he tears the card up, tosses it all over his opponent's cards. I swing for game. And it was totally legal.
Oh,
what the fuck?
I love that card. I love that card so much because it's such a power move. That's just what it is. It's just like power move the card.
The joking cringe of forcing a Magic Gathering player to rip a card up is just it's so delectable to watch.
There's also the story of when Yu-Gi-Oh got its deck limit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Uh,
Gabriel, you are 100% correct that Hasbro is doing their shit, but apparently that CEO also just got canned. So we'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh deck box situation. It was a tournament in Germany, and one of the players, he was a judge, and he hated the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh did not have a deck limit. So
Wait a minute, I think I know the story.
he brought a 240 card deck.
Oh my god.
He got disqualified from each of his games because he could not legally shuffle his deck.
That's when you bring a bunch of like auto shufflers from
No,
Vegas.
there was another guy. I don't think it's the same story, but there was another guy who had like a stupid massive deck. It was like it was a similar story. He had a whole device set up to shuffle it and carry it and a bunch of things. It was like it took 3 people to carry it all.
No, that's the same
It was-
thing. That's the same group. It
That's
was
funny as shit.
yeah, it was entirely to make a statement. Like, this is insane. You
We
need
need
to
him.
have
We need to put one in, guys.
Yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh came up with the rule of you could have a max of 40, you must have a minimum of 40, but you can only have a max of 60.
Which is the max rule 60 is what most card games have followed.
Yeah.
Because of usually mana and all that stuff. That's actually one of the reasons I appreciate Digimon for going to 50.
Besides-
Also because sleeves are only sold in packages of 50, you motherfucking sleeve companies.
Hi, Emerald.
So,
Wank.
oh, hi, honey.
I do agree.
How are you guys doing those sound effects when you come in? What the fuck?
I think there's a whole setup for it.
Why do I feel like an old man?
There's a soundboard. There's a soundboard right
it's a
beside the
soundboard.
voice
Oh.
like
Like that?
yeah. Oh no.
Yes,
Okay.
we
Ba-da-ba!
added that a while back ago.
I don't do we
Anyways.
have sounds on our Discord, or do I have to pay for that?
I don't know.
Oh, I
No,
can
we
add
make our own
sounds.
sounds.
I can add them. Hold
Yeah, we
on.
can make our own sounds for our soundboard.
Chat,
for the
chat,
Discord.
chat. Hold on, hold on. I got sound effects.
Hold on. Boss has found sound effects.
Anyhow,
Honey, why? Why the ducks?
confetti.
Why are you ducking around?
Confetti.
Confetti.
If you press one of the sounds enough times, there'll be a little shot of confetti in the air.
This is what I think about that.
I got it. Hold on, I got one.
You got one? Oh no! Oh god!
Mega Man! Woo!
Dun 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 dun.
All right, chat.
Now
all right.
I leave you with
Twitch.
this.
Oh, what? Oh, she just left.
She just left. She just left.
She just left. All right, chat. Don't forget, end of the month, $1,000. You're 55% of the way there. End of the month, if you manage to
Or else it's
donate,
gonna be broke.
if you donate $1,000 total collectively, I will review some Persona games. I will fucking torture myself for you.
Not only that, if you make 2,000, he'll review the Persona games while I wear a maid outfit.
I'm down with this. I'm down. Can we get 2,000? Chat. Can we get fucking 2K? Can we get fucking 2K? Let's fucking go, chat. $1,000 goal is still there. This does not override it, but if we can go above and beyond, plus ultra, I will convince Farva to sit here beside me as we play Persona together. I will straight face it the whole time. I will straight face it. I will just accept
I
that
get nipple
reality
tassels.
as he sits there right beside me as we play Persona together.
I'm in a maid suit.
I love you all. I will talk to you all tomorrow when we look at Sandland. Hold on. 3,000. You play a 40K match together in maid outfits.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'll do
do
it.
it.
I'm a good little whore. I'll do it.
I would never get over
You
that
gotta pay for
boss.
me to get out there
I
somehow.
would never get over you saying that.
All right. I will
Somebody clip that. We'll do it.
I'll talk to you all later, chat. Talk tomorrow.